This week said Parshet Terumah. The posuk starts Daber b'nei Yisrael v'yikchli Terumah me'eis kol ish asher yidvenu liboy. What does it mean? Me'eis kol ish asher yidvenu liboy. Tikhu es Terumasi. So the Medrash brings down that Bnei Yisrael gave money for the Mishkan. It wasn't easy for them to give money, even though Am Yisrael left Mitzrayim with 90 chamoirim, with kesef and zov. They came from the Mitzri, went into the Yam with gold and silver, and all drowned in the water. Who took the waves came along, threw it from the sea, gold and silver. Then each and every Yid had 90 chamoirim, kesef zov. They bought the Gemara brings down, you make a cheshbon, 54 million chamoirim Am Yisrael had got from different countries in order to take the gold and silver. So they've got so much gold and silver. What can they do with it in the desert? You can't buy clothes. They don't need clothes. They don't have to change the shirt. They don't sweat. They don't have to buy a new dress. The Anane Akovite ironed the clothes. They didn't have to buy shoes. They didn't go with shoes. Some say even if they did go with shoes, they didn't need to buy furniture. They didn't need to buy cars, houses. They lived in their tents. What did they need money for? Imagine a guy lives this generation in the Midbar, in the desert, and he's got $1 million. What does he have? He can't buy anything there. There's no stores, no highway, no nothing. They don't eat food. They're never hungry. They ate them on. They never had stomach aches. The mom was the good food. They never had problems of going out to the bathroom. All the mile mederech hateva. So what's so hard in building the Mishkan? So it's brought down in the Medrash. After someone has got money in his pocket, it's hard to open up the pocket to give money. It's not so easy for someone who's got money in his pocket to open up his pocket. Asher yidvenu liboy. You build a Mishkan with your heart. You don't build a Mishkan like an architect comes along and an engineer. You don't need the engineer, you don't need the architect. Betzalel, 11 years old, knew how HaKadosh Baruch Hu created Shomai v'Oretz. He built the Mishkan. They killed his grandfather, Chor. Betzalel ben Uri ben Chor. Vaya Aaron vayivem mizbeach. Aaron saw that Chor, they killed Chor because of the Chet Egel. Pashas Kisiso, they told Aaron, you better make the Egel, if not we'll kill you like we killed Chor. Vaya Aaron vayivem mizbeach. His grandson of Chor came along, Betzalel, and built the Mishkan. But in order to build the Mishkan, you have to build it with the heart. That's the most important thing. The heart, the Pnimius. HaKadosh Baruch Hu was Mashra Shchinaso in the Mishkan. If it's the Mishkan, it's the Mishkan. If it's the Beis HaMikdash, Yerushalayim HaKodesh, which is like the Tabor. It's like the middle of the world. Like each and every person has got a Tabor, where the food goes from the mother to the child. To build a Mishkan, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to see the heart. You have a heart for Yena. You have a heart for the other person. You give out your heart, your Mesiras Nefesh, for the other person. Ika Truma le Mishkon, hoise tluya benediva salev, me'ez kol ish, asher yidvenu liboy. You give your heart out for the other guy. Like we see last week said in Kesef Talves Ami, you borrow your friend $200. You borrow your friend $200. And he tells you, or you tell him, I'll give you the $200, but I need to have a mashkan. I'll give you a mashkan. I'll give you my quilt, my pajamas. That's all I have. When it comes to the night, he knocks on his door, he says, I'm cold. My central heating doesn't work. I'd like to have the quilt I gave you this morning. The guy can't tell her. I gave you halvor, I'll smach the quilt. I'll smach the pajamas. Because if the guy screams his head off, Shamati kichonen oni. I'll hear he's crying. I will hear he's moaning. Whatever you have a look at the sipon, whatever you have is ordered to live. Minimum sheba minimum. You have extra money, it's to be helping other people. If this guy will cry, I'll hear him. I'll hear his heart. Chaim Shulevitz once came to a shoe store in May Shorim and started crying. Talmidim asked him, Rebbe, why are you crying? Chaim Shulevitz says, I'm crying from the simcha which the mother will have, which will put on the shoes for the first time to a child, and the child will start walking, she'll have a simcha. I'm crying of the simcha which the mother will have. To build the Mishkan, to build Klal Yisrael, you have to build it with your heart. In order the Klal Yisrael should be matzliach, you have to give out your heart. You can build the shul. Nowadays, you can have a shul which is open 24 hours a day. Shachis till Chatzois, Mincha till after Shki even, Ma'av the whole night. Some shuls are closed. You want to go to the shul, you have to make an appointment. You come into the shul, it's shiny, and you see all the lights and everything. But it's completely different than the first shul. Shul which is open 24 hours a day. It's built by Mesiras Nefesh. People built it by Mesiras Nefesh. They gave out the pennies. They gave out the dollars. They couldn't finish the month. They built the shul with the Mesiras Nefesh, with all the heart. You do something with all your heart, it stays lenetzach. Shari Nikanor built the sharim for the Beis Hamikdash with all his heart. You throw one shar in the water at one gate, you can't throw the second gate. It's impossible. You throw the second gate, throw me also into the water. Mesiras Nefesh. A person does something lechvoid HaKadosh Baruch Hu, b'mesiras nefesh, with all his heart, that stays le'olam void. You made the kroshim, which is oimdim le'olam le'olmei elomim. It never got taken to the hands of the goyim. Why? It's built b'mesiras nefesh. Yaakov Avinu brought Eitz Erez to Mitzrayim. Where did he get it from? Got it from Yitzchak Avinu. Yitzchak Avinu got it from Yaakov. Yitzchak Avinu got it from Avraham Avinu. And Avraham Avinu, the message brings down, got it from Adam Rishon. Adam Rishon took it out of Gan Eden. And it went from generation until generation. Went from one place to the other place. Ma'asen Nisim Hoyu. Meichan Hoyu Akroshim. Yaakov Avinu noto oisom. B'shor sheyochad lo Mitzrayim. Omer Avonov, he told his children, Bonai, Atidim Atem, Ligael Mikan. הקדוש ברוך הוא עתיד לומר לכם, בשעתם נגאלים, you should make a mishkan. Make a mishkan with these woods. ויש אומרים, דבריך התיכון was built with a makel, with a stick of Yaakov Avinu. כי במקלי עברתי את הידין הזה. Everything came from the Avom, Yitzchok, Yaakov, B'mesiras Nefesh. You build a house for Hashem. You build a house for the Melech Malchei Amlochim. Has to be built. Not just a builder builds the house. You built it B'mesiras Nefesh. You built it with your heart. You built it with the ganze Neshama. Kol HaNeshama Talel Ko Haluluko. You built it with a heart, which brings down to the Medrash that the Koshim didn't come from any factory. It came from Gan Eden. Adam Rishon took it too. He was moitzed these Koshim to Avraham Avinu. Avraham Avinu. Vayita Esho Be'Be'er Sheva. Chesed. Chesed chofatzti v'lo izovach. You build a house for the Shechina. You build Am Yisrael. Use your heart. Not just building, like taking a guy with, you haven't got a heart for the other guy. People suffer today. People are ill. People have problems. You take a guy. You sit next to him. You mechazik him. You lift him up. You give the guy your heart. You listen to him. You listen to this guy. You sit next to him. You mechazik him. You lift him up. You daven for him. You give out tears for the guy. That's Pshat Hashem Yetvenu Liboy. The Zohar Kadosh brings down a Parshet Terumah. Someone has a heart, and he goes to the person to be Mezaker Chayovaya. What does that mean, Mezaker Chayovaya? You see this Yid is going the wrong way. You show him the right way. You see someone got lost. You bring him back home. Te'isi Keseh Oved. Bakesh Avdecho. You see the goat got lost. You bring him home. You see the animal got lost. You bring him home. You see a child gets lost. You bring him back home. You see someone doesn't know what Hilchos Shabbos is about. How to say a bracha. You teach him the right way. You tell him what to do and how to do. The biggest simcha for Melech Malchei Amlochim, for bringing the lost child home. The biggest simcha for the parents, that the child which got lost, you bring him home. Psst. The parents, the father, mother will give you anything in the world. You found my child in the wilderness and you brought him home. Psst. That's the biggest simcha to Hashem. To build the house for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you have to build it with your heart. That's pshat. Kol asher yedvenu liboy. Not stam to build a house. To build it with your heart. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help us. Chodesh Ador. Shenaporch me'evel lesimcha. Me'evel leyom tov. Haman HaRosha wanted to do, to wipe out Klal Yisrael. And everything was faket. Whatever he wanted to do, came punk faket. Toivas Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael b'choyze v'tshuva. This generation will all be zocher to be choyze v'tshuva shleima. Le'avinu shebashamayim. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help us. Help every Yid in the world. Lachzor le'avinu shebashamayim. Yiru eineinu. Yismach libeinu. Will all be zocher to be bekabel. B'nei Mashiach Tzidkeinu. Mitoch rachamim chasodim. Gdoilem u'merubim. B'mheiro v'yomenu. Amen. Amen.